Hey friends, happy Friday again. I think the last time I talked to you was Saturday. But today is Friday and I look tired because I am tired. Oh wait, who am I? My name is Zuri. You have found Talk Yarny to me. If you are a new subscriber, which I do have several of them, which is amazing. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to my old subscribers. Thank you for my day ones, which is really like day 90s, because for the first few months nobody was watching here. But thank you to everyone that does watch. We are going to be quick because I am tired, but I want to show you something and I will not have time the rest of the weekend. Can you see it? That's what I want to show you. You recognize that? That's that shawl I've been working on for a few weeks now. That's what I want to show you. I have some small things, but mainly that. So don't worry, I'm not gonna keep you in suspense long. If you recall, I used what is it called? Mandala bonus bundle in the color Centaur, I believe. And I had two of them. One of them was not small enough. Two of them technically too big, but I did not want to leave half of a giant cake and like try to figure out what I was gonna do with it. So yeah, I was like, we're just gonna go until I'm pretty sure I can't go any further. That is the point I got to. This is what I have left. I got a little bit of yarn bark toward the end. I gotta ball this up, but just this ball, this last color, I might have been able to get 2 more rows, and it's a 2-row repeat. I might have been able, I probably could have got, I don't know. I didn't want to risk it. I probably should have like done the weighing and the measuring and all that to see if I could get 2 more rows out of this, but I didn't feel like it. I was up in my bed finishing this up and I was like, okay, I think we're safe. So this is what I have left. Not a whole lot considering bonus bundles are like, do I have one in front of me? Yes. They're this big. So, and this is a neutral brown. Anyway, so here it is. It is washed and it's so soft. So when I finished this, you know, I was playing with it and I was like, it's pretty, but it's stiff. And I was like, I sure hope it softens up. Like, just the fabric it made was stiff, which shouldn't be. Like, as lacy kind of as this is, like, it just felt like it was just hanging on me stiffly. But no need to fear. It was it softened up quite a bit. It's so soft and so drapey. There are a couple of mistakes. You can see them here. I did this twice. So you see this big old hole here? Like, that's because when I did the V-stitch, because you do V-stitches, and then you do the clusters into the V-stitch, I only did one leg of the V-stitch. I did that here, and I did that down here. So those are the only 2 places I did it. And then I got my act together. And there was another mistake closer to the end, but I don't remember what it was. I don't even remember what it was. It's not super visible. I think when I did the clusters, I only did, like, 2 or 3 double crochets and then moved on or something. I made a cluster too small, but it's not super noticeable. Anyway, here. So this is it. I'm gonna stand up in a minute, don't worry. But just want to show you nice and close. Am I showing you the right side? Man, now that it's washed, I can't even tell, which I guess is good. Yeah, this is the right side. I showed you the right side. So my favorite is this bit in the middle with the like curry color into like this terracotta and stuff, because I like colors. Like, I honestly, like, in a perfect world, this would not be so earth toned, but it is pretty. But anyway, here. I even still have real clothes on because my usual uniform of sweats and hoodies doesn't do it justice. Here, let me move my chair out of the way. Okay. So here it is on me like this. I know you, hold on, I'm gonna back up. Don't worry about it. So here we go. How far can I get? You see that? So it comes down below my butt, almost to the back of my, actually, yeah, the point of it is like right at the back of my knees. The arms, they hang down below me. It's very long. It's almost like a long, what is it, Moana, whatever. It's big, but I'm glad I made it big. So cool. On top of this, yeah, I was saying I usually by this time I would be in like sweats and all that, but I was like, if I put this on over like my hoodies and stuff that I usually wear, like it just wouldn't, so you wouldn't be able to see it. Also made a couple other things I'll show you guys real quick. I made another one of these guys here, this checkered hat. Excuse me, I have used resting on my work laptop, and it thinks like, because I keep nudging it, it thinks that I'm like trying to sign in, and like as soon as I wake up the screen, all of my notifications like pop, even though the screen is locked. So then I don't know, it thinks I'm about to start working. I'm not. So this is another one of those checkered hats. I made a couple of these in the purple when I was doing soccer hats. This is for my friend Calvin, who was my son's soccer coach actually for a long time. He is not anymore. Now he's like over the parks that we play at. But when I was giving out hats, he was like, well, where's my hat? And I was like, I got you, I'll make you one. He always wears black and white to every game, to everything. He always wears black and white. So I made him a black and white hat. And then this is just made with the same, what is it called? Karen Colorama Halo. So I just worked through it. I think this, I'm literally just working through them until I get to the end of them. So I got 2 of these here. And maybe half of a, where are you at? No, more than half. Oh yeah, I got this to go in this halo, and I'll be done with that one. And then I made this hat here, which I actually really love. This is a this week's Bag O' Bod Hat-a-Palooza. So it's a Bag O' Day hat. It's a ribbed hat, so it's very similar to the other ribbed hat that I showed you guys. Already put it away. But instead of the ribs being every other column, it's like a little bit of a texture pattern. So you have like a rib. Sorry guys, I know I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at how tired I look. No one needs to see this. So it's got a rib and then a double crochet row, column, then another rib, and then there's 2 double crochet columns and then a rib. So it's just like kind of spaced out a little different. I like this though. I actually like this better than I like the other one. So much so that I started another one that I'll show you in a minute. So I was making this. So if you guys remember way back when I first started this channel a year ago, or a little under a year ago, I was making hats and scarves for my friend that has 2 little kids. So I made them, by the time I got them to her, for one, like I don't even think it got cold again this year. And then 2, they're a little small or on them. So she was like, I really would love, and then so she was like, I'm gonna have to ask you for some more hats, because those ones are too small. And then when I made those ponchos for my friend's kids, when I made her the blanket, and then I made some ponchos for her and her daughters, I posted a picture of it, and she's like, oh, I love those ponchos. Oh, I would love one for my daughter, her toddler, who's like 2. And so actually that's how we got to talk. I was like, oh yeah, I'll make you one. This was like months ago. And so then she was like, oh, I probably need some more hats too, because those hats, they were a little small. So I was like, I got you. So just this weekend, I was like, I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and make her those. Like, it's getting cold, like that way it's before, like, I was like, I told her I'll either have it this weekend or next weekend. So I was making this, and I was like, because her son is like 5, and I was like, this is a cool boy's hat anyway. This is the, I love this yarn. Sorry, I can't think. I love this yarn in it's called Ivory Heather, I want to say, or Ivory Flex or something like that. Ivory something. This, and then this was just like what I had left over from the Quicksilver beanie. This here is, this. It is Red Heart Simply Soft in dark gray heather. I got this at Ollie for $5, which is, well, no, it's a jumbo. I was about to say that's a lot. What's a jumbo? The jumbos are like $9, right? Like close to $10 even at Walmart, right? So I got this one for $5. It's a dark gray, almost looks black. I got like 3 of these. So I was like, okay, I'll just start the hat, and then whenever I run out, I'll go to actually I thought it was black. I forgot it was gray, but when I went and got it out, I was like, oh, it's actually dark gray, which I think actually is better than black. But I was making it, and I was like, I should make this for my friend's son. So I was trying to make it a little bit bigger, but not too big. I actually so I stopped it. I made it a little bit smaller, I feel like, than I would have. But I still wanted to make it bigger and like big enough to grow into, even though he's only 5, like he's got a good size head on him. Because I was like, I actually grabbed, he was wearing a hat on Sunday when I saw him, and I was like, Jax, let me see, okay, that's his name. I don't feel like editing, but pretend you didn't hear that. But I was like, hey, let me see that hat. And I looked at it, and I was like, okay, just to get a size. And then his grandma was like, oh, actually, yeah, that's actually his dad's hat, but it fits him. It kind of was folded over a little bit, but it fit him okay. So I was like, okay, I can make a slightly bigger size hat, and I can get it on his head. But then I had to give him time to grow. But then I still felt like this was a little too big. I almost wanted to keep this one. Don't I say that about everyone? All of them. And then when I did the rows of single crochets, I decreased also to like make this come in a little bit. Let me see if I can get on my head. I can get on my head, but it's tight. So it's tight on my head. I can get it on my head. But I still felt like it was a little bit big. So I'm going to make him one a little smaller. I already started it. I'll show you in a second. And this one will go in the donate. I counted my hats that I have in the donate pile, like in my donate box. And I had I counted 21, but that's not counting these. And I feel like there's a couple more floating around. So I want to say I have like at least 25, maybe a little more in my little donate box. So I think we are going to, I'm going to take those in, I guess, right after Thanksgiving. Just at least one round of them. But anyway, for my friend's son's hat, I started another one. I used this, which is one I picked up last year when she had asked me to make some hats and scarves for her kids, and she gave me some colors that she liked. And I saw this, but I wasn't sure because she mentioned navy more, and this is has some navy, but it has lighter blues. But she was like navy and gray, so I went with another combination of navy and gray, but I kept this one. And then when I was gonna make a blanket for my son, I was just gonna incorporate this into that. But I actually the very same combination of navy and gray. I decided to just stick with that. So these have been sitting in my room for months, almost a year. So I decided to do this one, I think. And so I started it, and I made the crown, not the increases, a little bit smaller than I usually do. And yeah, we're gonna do it. Sorry about that. Funny enough, I took my mom to the doctor this morning. And I always, take a little project with me while we're waiting to do. So we were sitting in the waiting room, and I took this with me. It was stuffed in my bag right before we left, and then I pulled it out, and I couldn't find a hook anywhere. And so I was like, man, I left my hook at home. I came home, and I looked all over for it. I couldn't find it. I looked in the car in case it fell out of my bag, which I'm pretty sure it didn't, but I looked anyway. Couldn't find it. And so I think it's probably here somewhere, and I just haven't looked for it. I mean, I haven't found it yet, but just the only other thing it could be is it fell out in the waiting room at the doctor's office, which I feel like I would have heard it hit the floor because it's like a aluminum. It's like the soft. It's like this. or actually like this. But this one's a 6. The one I lost is a 5.5, which is my favorite hook. I've been using it a lot these last few weeks. Like, it's, especially for hats, it's like perfect. It gets the size exactly like I want, like on a 4-weight yarn. So I could not find it anywhere, and I haven't found it yet. But I have like these guys. I have a few of these. What are these? Susan Bates, which I'm not, like, I taught myself on these, so I don't know the terminology. There's like the this kind and the this kind. I don't know the names of them, but they're not the same. I guess this is the tapered one. I don't know, but maybe they're both tapered. This is tapered, maybe. I don't know where you look for a taper. You look up here, because this is inline. I guess I think that's it, because the other version's inline, and this like doesn't get any smaller, right? This is the same size all the way up the shaft, and then this one gets narrower. I'm gonna guess that this is tapered and this is inline. And then just like the handle, it has like the ergonomic, kind of more ergonomic, like soft handle, whereas this has just like the small handle with just the little flat part. Anyway, and it's got like a much sharper hook than this. Anyway, like I've used these a couple of times, but I taught myself on this, and this is like where all my muscle memory is. So now, like, I was like, well, okay, I'll just grab my Susan Bates 5.5 hook, and it is just a struggle. Like, I just can't use, like, I can use it obviously, like here I go, but it's just different. It's only, I just know it's just because this is what like I learned on the other kind. But see here, I'm just like, oh, it feels so weird. So I am gonna, well, no, I did, because I lost a single hook. Obviously I had to order myself a whole new set. So that's what I did. I went on Amazon and I ordered myself a whole set. These are Yarnest hooks, which are kind of like the ubiquitous cheap hook sets on Amazon. And that's, I didn't get the same brand, but I could tell it's the exact same hook. It's the brand name is something completely different. I don't remember what it was. I saw some Yarnest ones, but you know, like they're all the same hook. It's just like the only thing different is like the goodies that come in the bag. So this one comes with, I think, stitch markers. I don't remember what else. My Yarnest set came with like a little bit of everything: stitch markers, some needles, some snipper thingies, I think a tape measure, which I can't find. I have at least 3 tape measures. I can't find any of them. I was looking for them this week. But anyway, I just got this other brand that comes in a cute bag and had like a cute design. No, did it even have the cute design? I wanted one with like a cute design on it. Now I don't remember if I got one with a cute design. I'll have to look. But it was like $20 or something like that. And hopefully, I mean, it says they'll be here tomorrow. I ordered them like an hour ago. It says they'll be there tomorrow, but you know how Amazon is. Sometimes they're like, oh, it'll be there tomorrow, and then it'll be like, oh, shipping update, you'll get them next year. So who knows? Hopefully it'll still be here tomorrow. And tomorrow I have another thing coming. I'm so excited about it. I ordered my very first mystery box bag thing. I never do that because I like to know what yarn I'm getting. And when I buy yarn, I like to lie to myself and tell myself that I'm going to use it for some specific project. I'll be like, oh, this is a blanket. And then 3 years later, it's not a blanket yet. But I told myself it was a blanket. So technically, I bought it for a reason. When if I buy a mystery bag, I don't know what I'm getting. And I can't pretend that I have a use for it. But I have seen the latest round of Mary Maxim mystery bags being unboxed a lot this past week, and I really like them. I like everything in them, except there's like one thing I don't like, which is there's blanket yarn, but that's not been in every box. So hopefully I don't get the blanket yarn box, but if I do, it's blanket yarn that I feel like I would not mind using. Like I would find it's something I would make myself. I would like make myself a blanket out, not myself, but I would make a blanket out of it. And I wouldn't. It's colors that I like and things like that. So I bought 2 of them, and they were on sale for like $30. Where they're usually like $60, but I don't think they're ever full price, right? Like I don't know. I don't ever really look at them, but every time like I see someone unboxing them, they'll be like, "Oh, regular price is this, but they're going on sale for this," and so I feel like they're always on sale. And I found a free shipping code, so I paid like just over $60 for 2. So I'm excited. Hopefully, I hope that I do get the ones that I've seen. Everyone I've seen unbox them has unboxed the same thing, but they've also been out for a few weeks now. So hopefully they're still sending out the same box, because I really like that box. And I'll be so upset if I don't get it. Especially if I get 2 boxes of stuff I don't like. I'll never. Oh my, I don't know how like other people do it. They get like 2 and 3 at a time, like every time. Like the Lion Brand box, that's been like the same raggedy box for the last year. Some people are still getting them and they're just hoping against hope. Like I could not. But that is supposed to be here tomorrow. I will have to figure out a way to not let my husband see it. So unless he goes, hopefully he goes a bit early. If he goes a bit early, I'm gonna show you guys tomorrow, and then I'm gonna hide him or something. But if he decides he wants to, he's probably gonna go to bed early. He's doing a lot of work in the yard. Yeah, I see it now, because he's doing like working in the yard tomorrow. So I think I got a window to come on here and open these for you guys. And when I say tomorrow, for you it's probably today, because it's Friday for me. It's like 11:30. So by the time this goes up, it'll be tomorrow, even if I put it up right now, which I don't know if I will. So yeah, anyway, I really just came to show you guys my shawl though. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna pop a picture of it. It's huge. Okay, I'm gonna pop a picture up of it spread across my king size bed so I could take a picture. I still had to like fold the ends. I had to like curl the ends in just to like get it all in the picture. It's gigantic, but it's squishy and warm and I love it. Anyway, once again, thank you guys for watching. And I will be back soon with my mystery box as soon as it gets here and I can lure my husband to sleep. All right, bye.